All right. Good morning. Hello. Hopefully everybody... Well, we'll wait a minute because there's nobody watching yet. Let's see here. All right. Well, I'll just continue to talk while wait for viewers to pop in and say hello so I can verify that people can actually hear me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to today's Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I'm your host and helicopter pilot for today, Uncle B. We're going to do a flight today from Gunnison Crested Butte Regional, Gunnison, Colorado. And we're going to go to Provo Municipal in Provo, Utah. It should be about a 2-hour-ish flight, probably a little bit longer because I'm still figuring out the how to fly a helicopter and get the most out of flying it. Getting the speed going and stuff like that. So we're going to take off from Gunnison. We're going to head over this VOR DME here in Montrose, and then we're going to go right here to this VOR DME, which is near Canyonlands, and then we're going to go up to, we'll be in Utah. We're going to go to this municipal airport here, fly over that, and then we're going to hit Spanish Fork airport, and then we'll turn in and land here. My plan is... Good morning, Amela. I'm guessing you can hear me just fine. I'm hoping you can. Just let me know that you can hear me fine. So the plan is to land roughly right in where the runways intersect. And then we're gonna come off the we're gonna hit this taxiway right here, and we're gonna go right up around this area here. Yep, oh, perfect, thank you. And then we'll park it there. What I may do after we drop the patient off, we may take a quick run up to Salt Lake City International, come in on this runway here, but we're gonna try to land, I think it's like right here. Yeah, we're going to try to land near this taxiway here, and then park right about there. That's the plan. But we'll see how the plan goes. We may not do this Salt Lake City if this flight takes a lot longer to get to Provo. We may not do that. We may just land in Provo and call it quits there. But we'll see. But just to get a little bit more time in the air and all that, we may go all the way up to Salt Lake City. So we'll give it another minute or two, see if anybody else comes in and says hello. If not, we'll go ahead and get into the helicopter and get it started up so we can get going. So I've released my schedule. Next week we'll be in the 737. We're going to go from Denver to Oakland. And then I think after that, what did I say? Hold on, let me look at my... That's not what I wanted. Put it in the schedule. So yeah. And then July 13th we'll do London City to Berlin in the BAE 146-300. July 20th we're going to do 2 flights in the ATR 72. One will be from Southampton to Guernsey, and then from Guernsey to London Gatwick. And then on the last stream we'll do Heathrow to Frankfurt in the 737. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So do join us for those if you're able to. If not, it's perfectly fine. It's not the end of the world. Well, 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 it's Joseph Adams. How are you? What's new? All right, I'm going to go ahead and get in here and get this. I've been practicing with this one. This is a bit of a different helicopter than what we flew last time, or even the time before when we did the MEDEVAC flight from Weed down to Chico. This one should be a little bit faster. Should be being the key word. I'm good. Nothing has changed. Oh, okay. Oh, so also we have, just to kind of give you a cool mindset, we got some snow on the ground today. So, yeah. Nothing's changed, huh? Well, if you say so, Joseph, if you say so. All right, let's get our battery on. Alternator, recognition lights, that. Put the fuel pump on. Pitot heat's on. Oh, let's get our there we go. Get that. And let's get our throttle. No. I put snow. I've just made snow for today. So it's kind of like there's something different. Just to, so I like to be different. All right, so we'll map here and flight plan here. I need to zoom out just a smidge there. And then we're going to do, now I do have, see the, yeah, I thought it would put the 11710 the frequencies in, but it did not. 11710 enter. So we'll put that, and then the next one 10980. 10980. Okay, so we got that. Those are set. All right, let's get the starter on. Okay, so there's our patient. Not a lot of room in this one. It's much smaller. There's our medic. And oh, starter. I forgot to click it. And let's go ahead and get this. Oh, come on. There we go. All right. Let's make sure we have all of our where are the landing light, taxi light? There we go. So we got our lights on. All right, let's get in the air. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go right over here, and we're going to face that direction and go. We're not gonna like dilly-dally around. We're gonna go for it. Now, I like this helicopter, but the only thing is I noticed they have this weird sort of clipping down here. I don't know why that is, but anyway. All right. I'm just going to turn. Oh, why isn't the helicopter turning? There we go. Today's flight brought to you by Parasox Airline. Pair of socks. Just because you have a pair of socks does not mean they have to match. Airline CEO and pilot Scruffy Tam is currently flying in Egypt this morning. All right, so what we're going to do... Oop, up, 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 up. All right. All right, we're heading pretty much the right direction. And away we go. MEDEVAC. Yeah, I just figured just be kind of scenic as well. Just make you kind of feel chilly. But all of our spots do have airports. If we have to set down for any reason, we can do that. If we're running out of fuel or anything, we've got plenty of places that we can stop at. Ooh. Getting kind of pushed around here. Must be some wind. See, now it's climbing too much. I mean, we got to climb and fly over these mountains, but I don't want to lose speed either. So hopefully everybody's doing well today. Try to keep an eye on the chat there in case anybody has any comments or whichever. Boy, this thing really wants to climb. Trying to find the sweet spot here. So yeah, I was thinking about trying to do one more stream on the last or the first Saturday of August, but I just figured we'll just do what we got for the remainder or for July, and then I'll take my break, and then I'll be back in September. So now we're gaining some speed. So of course all the videos will be over on YouTube for you to enjoy while I'm gone. Yeah, lots of big announcements for Flight Sim 2024. Still a lot of unknowns maybe, but a lot of they'll put out all kinds of stuff, in the lead up to the release. So yeah, I'm definitely going to get the Game Pass version, because I think we'll have more than enough in those to do, there'll be plenty of stuff already available. So, but I'm curious to see what their pricing is going to be like. There must be some serious wind in here. Well, you know what? We didn't check in with Denver Center. That's interesting. All right. Now we got that settled. So yeah, lots of good stuff. I'm looking forward to next Saturday's flight in the 737 going from Denver to Oakland. That'll be a Continental Airlines flight. So I do have a Continental Airlines livery for the 737. They were just starting to take delivery of newer 737s before they got bought out by United. So, yeah, should be a nice flight next Saturday. I've been kind of refamiliarizing myself with the BE 146, making sure I know how to get everything in there, and it does have SimBrief integration, and so does the ATR 42 and 72. So those should be good, and then yeah. We'll be on the break before we know it. Boy, we're getting, there must be a really massive crosswind out of these mountains and whatnot. Oh, no worries, Amela. Just cruising along here, trying to maintain our speed and all that. Got some crosswind, that's for sure. Getting kind of bumped around here, but now I did do a flight in this the other day just to kind of get a feel for it, and I only went to Montrose. That was about almost a 30-minute flight. So, but I definitely was not going as, I was trying to maintain some speed, but it was not easy. So I'm thinking we're definitely doing a little bit better today. So I am trying to keep that cycling forward a little bit just to keep the nose where we're getting some speed here to get our patient to the next level of care. I don't want to get too far off the line here. Although I do have on my notes, I have like the some descriptions of stuff written down so that we know kind of what we're looking for. Some identifiers, some visual identifiers. And Flight Sim Expo for next year will be in Providence, Rhode Island, so I'm going to try to go to that. Round trip on the train to go up there is like $500, and then I'd have to get a hotel room. Probably going to try to stay close enough to the convention center that it'll be easy for me to get there and all that. So I'm looking forward to trying to go to that and meeting some people in person and stuff. Oop, let's see. Is somebody behind me? I saw there's something on my. Oop. I saw like there. Yeah, there's traffic behind us. It seems. I don't know who that is, but ooh, boy, we're starting to climb. I don't want to do that. So yeah, looking forward to going and meeting people. And oh, I didn't put the come on. That's the route if anybody wants to fly along. Although I should have done that at the very beginning there. Wow, we're going way off the line here. I wasn't expecting the wind to be a factor, but I guess that makes sense since we're flying over a lot of these mountainous and valley areas where the wind is going to kind of do its own thing. Oh, all right, elect. Welcome. I think I figured out how to get a little bit more speed out of this thing. Well, this is definitely test my flying abilities today, flying in this crosswind and whatnot, trying to keep it going the correct direction. Yeah, I'm really kind of starting to enjoy learning the intricacies of flying a helicopter. It's not that easy. Like you really have to pay attention to your instruments and all that. All right, ad break coming up. I have been trying to practice with the landings. I've gotten I think I've gotten a little bit better, although today will be that will really tell if I've improved or not. We got cloud cover here, low cloud cover. Well, luckily we have we have instruments that we can rely on to make sure we don't run into any mountains or anything. It's just a mirror device. Okay. If I can even get one close to yours. Oh, thank you, Mel. I appreciate that. Yeah, I try. It's not easy to. It takes a lot of practice to get some kind of, reasonable landings and whatnot. And, some days they're good and some days they're, so it's much harder to land a helicopter. I mean, you'd think it'd be easy, right? But no, it's not. It's really, I mean, when I flew in the back of helicopters, and got, the pilots, of course, they make it look easy because they've been doing it for so long. But, yeah, it's... All right, here's Montrose here. Then we're on our way to our next location. Although we have to transfer the... it won't do it on its own. Transfer the frequencies. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, either you're nosing over and the helicopter starts spinning, or you're climbing and you're losing speed, and then it's like trying to get the helicopter back under control and all that. Yeah, it's a challenge. Now, does it change? No, I'm gonna have to manually. I'm gonna have to transfer it. Oh, great. I think it did. I think I got it to transfer. See, I can't see, because there's no autopilot, I can't really see the yeah, we're starting to slow down too. I think it transferred. 109. I gotta try to reach over and grab my notes real quick. Oop, see? Well, I see I let go of the stick just a little bit, and then suddenly... Yeah, I'm trying, Joseph. It's pretty difficult to find. It's not an easy thing to do, because it's not like this does not have an autopilot where I can kind of just set it and let go, and then the helicopter does its own thing. I got to be careful of this. I don't want to drop too much altitude, because if I do, we may end up right into a mountain too. I just want to make sure I had the right frequency selected for our next VOR DME, and it is. I mean, not that my eyesight is the best, but at least it looks like we've got the next one dialed in. So once we pick up the frequency, kind of like what we had in the Junkers 52 when I was flying that, we have a instrument there that will tell us how far away we are. We may not be picking up the signal just yet because it's not powerful enough to reach us across the mountains and valleys and whatnot. So but yeah, this is not an easy. But I like the challenge of it because it's it's different. It's not just get in and go. You really have to you have to really pay attention. It's not, I guess in a way, it's also not the most, streaming it. I'm glad I am, but it's also, like if I take my eyes off the screen and I'm not paying attention to the input of my, the Shrike 530F, I did see that one. There's one more from Cow and Sim that I would like to get, and I may get it Monday because it's $29.99, and that's probably even a faster version of this. I saw Flights with Joel do I don't know if you're aware of him. He did a video on flying it. And this was probably from a year or so ago because a lot of this stuff has been on PC for quite some time, but is only now coming to, like the in-sim marketplace. So there is a faster, even I think it's faster than this, but it's yeah, I'm really kind of like jonesing on the whole helicopter thing because it's just something different to figure out and learn and all that. So yeah, I really like that. I had to kind of tinker around with this because I didn't want to fly the 222 Bravo again. I wanted to try to fly something different, and then I figured out how to put the MEDEVAC thing together through the weight and all that. So I was like, okay, now I have a patient, I have a medic, so it looks a little bit more legit. But the other one looks even better. I think I think it's the 130 or 135. I mean, these are Airbus, Eurocopter / Airbus helicopters. So yeah, see, we're dropping too much altitude. I don't want to. So yeah, it's yeah, I'm really enjoying just the different challenge of doing this, But yeah, it's difficult to stream it because, you know, at least with planes that have autopilot, you know, if you need to step away or you need to, or whatever, the aircraft will continue to fly itself. This will not do that, you know, so that's not the, yeah, it's much more of a challenge, but I'm enjoying it. I do like the Got Friends Mini 500. That's pretty cool. And that's a fun little helicopter to fly in. It's a good, I think it's a good like tour helicopter or something, you know, because it's only one seat. And oh, I'm kind of getting blown off course here again. I have looked at the Vipril collectives and cyclics, and they're not cheap, but I think it would be much easier to fly it with something like that than my Velocity 1 flight stick, you know. Oh, this seems to be working just fine for what it is, but you know, it's but it's interesting that I'm a bit surprised that helicopters haven't really kind of caught on in the sim. I don't know if it's, you know, people are just kind of like, nah, it's just too much to deal with, or because I would have thought this would have been one of those things that most people would have been like, oh man, now I can fly a helicopter. You know, like I know some streamers who do fly nothing but helicopters, but it's kind of a niche thing, it seems. You know, which I guess I can kind of understand, but it's yeah. So we're on our way to our next view RDME. Still not picking up the signal. I think we need to be a little bit. Oh, let's see if it takes care of it on its own. Nope. All right, there we go. Joseph, you still in here hanging out? What do you think so far? Are you impressed? You're kind of like, nah, not really. Let's see if he's paying attention. trying to keep more forward on the cyclic. Try to keep that speed from dropping too far. I should have done some shout outs at the beginning too. I didn't do that. I'll get them when we get to Provo. I don't think he heard me. That's all right. Excuse me. I should have put my water a little bit closer to my hand. I mean, it's not far from where I'm sitting, but it's just... Yeah, he may have buggered off to watch somebody else for a bit, or I know it's... He may be eating his lunch, or who knows. That's all right. He was here for a minute. See, this distance between here and our next VOR DME is only 88 nautical miles, so I would have thought we would have picked up the frequency by now. But we've been kind of zigzagging all over the place because of this crosswind through these mountains, low hills. I gotta find a way to take some. I gotta get a little bit of pressure off of this cyclic because my left hand is getting tired. So if I could trim it out, that would be perfect. Or I think I might have gotten it trimmed out enough. Whew. Okay. Take my hand off the cyclic for a minute and ooh, well, that's way too much. See, it's like now it's going all over the place. Yeah, there's really, you can't really fly. You got to have your hands on your cyclic or your stick at all times. Otherwise, it's just going to go all over the place. All right, another ad break coming in. Boy, still not. Let me see if I can see. 49 nautical miles to our 109.80. Yeah, that's it. But it's not. It must be a low-powered VOR DME because we're still not picking up the frequency to get our to get the distance. So because our next one's going to be like 115 nautical miles to our that municipal airport before we turn towards Provo. All right. Things seem to be kind of stable on me. Get a sip of water. Whew. Matter of fact, let me put that a little bit closer. Get the mic a little bit closer there. There we go. All right. Now we're cooking with Crisco. Yeah, that's interesting that we're not picking up the distance yet, because I know we got to be. Let's see. Let me zoom in here. It says 42 nautical miles. Well, I wonder if we're going to be almost right on top of it before we get the. It must be very low power, or not have a lot of range. Uh-oh. Boy, we are dropping altitude fast. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I figured it must have a not a lot of range, which is interesting because you would think in the mountains they would want it to have as much coverage as possible. Oops. To help with navigation, but So yeah, we got to get a little bit closer then. Within 37 nautical miles, we should pick it up then. We're kind of zigzagging because we keep, you know, for 1 minute we're flying towards it, and the next minute we're kind of going away from it. It seems like. I should have looked at that on the charts so that I wasn't expecting it much earlier. We should be. Yeah, see, we're at 30, and I'm still not picking. That's kind of weird. Could be mountain interference, yeah, because we're zigzagging through a lot of crazy stuff here. Maybe once we get past. Maybe we get a little bit closer, it'll pick up. But yeah, I'm surprised that it's not. It's either that or there's a glitch in within the systems or something. Which is possible. Yeah, see that one down there says we are 26, just under 27 nautical miles. So, well, it's all right. We're kind of heading the right direction. So, oh, I gotta stretch my legs here, kind of. All right, ads inbound. There we go. It just showed up with just under 25 nautical miles to it. So yeah, there must be some kind of interference. And maybe it's because I got the cold weather. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's, you know, affecting it in a simulated sort of way. The cold weather maybe the power's down a little bit because of that. All right, and then we have a whopping 115 nautical miles. So we're not going to have any coverage. We're just going to fly towards the that municipal airport, and then we'll turn and head, make our way towards Spanish Fork, and then on to. I've got the VOR DME for Provo. I may dial that in after we get past, because we'll pass over this one, and then we'll follow that out for a bit. It'll tell us how far we are going away from it, and then yeah, I'll dial in the Provo one real quick, and then we'll. All right. So yeah, what we'll do is once we fly past this one, and we're on our way to Uniform 14, which is that small municipal airport, and then we'll turn towards Spanish Fork. But once we're far enough away from this VOR DME, I'll dial in one for Provo, and then we'll pick that up once we're once we're close enough on that. Now that one should be a bit more high powered, I would think, but who knows? Well, thank you everybody for coming in and hanging out today. Hopefully you've enjoyed flight thus far. We're getting there. So yeah, we'll try to incorporate a helicopter flight every so often into the stream, just to kind of break things up and all that. Keep improving with it. All right. I think Alec kind of caught up to me there. That's all right. Yeah, I think we'll just call it a day once we get to Provo, because this next leg is going to take a bit of time, and that'll be pushing. We'll be over the 2-hour mark, and then which is okay. All right, 10.5 nautical miles. Should refresh this because I think you guys are just a little bit behind when I'm looking at the stream and where I'm at. I think I'm. All right. Ooh, flying through the... No, of course you're going to do that to me now. All right, there we go. This should be Oscar Alpha. This should be the airport where our VOR DME is located at, right here. What I want to try to do, since we're not really around any 108. Oops. 08. Error. That's not. Uh-oh. Talk on it. Back. I lost my patient. Is the medic still there? Yep, he's there. Okay. Whew. All right, that's where our VOR DME is right there. All right. Big leg coming up. And after that, it should be pretty much all straightforward from there. So a quick look outside. So we're looking at about 25 or more nautical miles past this, and then I'll transfer over to the Provo. Boy, this thing. See, it's pretty flat out here, so we should keep that signal for the whole 38 nautical miles. But we'll see. But I'm wondering if the virtual weather is having an impact on it as well. Keep an eye on the chat there. It's gone kind of quiet. That's all right. Boy, it's like I'm all over the place now. It's got to be the wind, which I didn't even think about with putting the snow on. I would have thought it would have been kind of calm and just snow, you know, snow on the ground, and that's it. I guess I was wrong. That's all right. Okay. I had a Discord notification, but I didn't know if it was somebody had messaged me or... I'll look at it later. Uh-oh. This is what happened last time, I think. Oh, there we go. Okay. Last time I did a stream, it kind of stopped the stream and then restarted it on its own. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen again today. It makes it difficult to do a part 1 and part 2. I got to take a picture of the helicopter when we get to Provo. It's kind of hard to do it right now. I had a feeling that's what was going to happen. Yeah, I needed to reset the trim because it's really, we've got to keep moving forward, otherwise we're going to lose some momentum here. Yeah, all right. Come on. Boy, it's really wanting to climb now. Boy. Well, I cannot get this thing to settle back down. I'm already at the limit on the cyclic. If I push it too much forward, I think it'll like wear out the engine. No worries, Alec. Thank you. Do what you got to do. I'm dealing with a fussy helicopter right now. It's wow. Well, this thing now, it's like I can't get it to settle down. I'm almost at full forward on the cyclic. That's the only drawback. If you clear out the trim that you've put in, it will totally throw it into fits. All right, so we're past that. We're going to go ahead and transfer. We'll get that one picked up. Going for Provo. All right, we have 82 nautical miles to go to get to that municipal airport. Fuel? Are we really? Ooh, goodness. Okay. Shoot. Ah, no, 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 nope, 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 nope. Ah. Oh, crap. Okay. I gotta do this really quickly. Wow. I did not expect to run out of fuel. You didn't see that. I just totally did a no-no. Yeah, there should have been. It said I had enough fuel for the trip all the way to Provo. I wonder if it's because of all the correcting myself from the what do you call it? The crosswinds. Yep. So you can't trust the fuel economy on this thing, especially in weather. It's gonna because we've been kind of all over the place. The fuel economy just must be absolutely ugh. So that's all right. Plus, we were kind of going fast there for a while, so I'm wondering if that had something to do with it. Yeah. Oh well. Lesson learned. So I wonder if that's why the helicopter's acting up too, is because we burned off a lot of the fuel. The weight changed. So that's interesting that it does have that dynamic. It's much lighter, so it wants to climb because, you know. So that's interesting. Okay. Where are we at now on our 60? So we're almost halfway there. Yeah, okay. I think there's like small airfields here. Either that or those are navigation points or something. Yeah, we should have stopped off at our last spot just to fuel up. I wasn't paying attention to the fuel gauge, which is right here. And then when I saw the fuel sign going, I'm like, wow, we really ran out of fuel that quickly? We're more than halfway there. But yeah, I got to pay attention to that next time. We should have stopped back at where we crossed that VOR DME and taken on fuel. I should have been looking at that. Lesson learned. Note to self, pay attention to fuel, you jackass. Yeah, I would think maneuvering a lot to get, you know, the deal with the crosswinds and all that. I think that's what a lot of it has to do with. Well, once we get to uniform 1-4, then we'll, I think we'll be okay. Oop. As far as field goes. We should have more than enough to get there. But yeah, for future reference, if we're going to do this again and I don't put enough fuel in the tank, I'll have to find make sure all of our routes include an airport, like somewhere in the mix to get a good stop and refuel instead of doing it in the air, which is not acceptable. Oh boy, I'm like trying to multitask here. So yeah, we'll be back next Saturday, Denver to Oakland, Continental Airlines nonstop service. 737-800. Live weather. Should be interesting. Should be fun. So if you want to fly along with that, you're more than welcome to. 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. We'll get started, get our flight plan loaded up, and push back and get in the air and be on our way. All right, we have, I think we're under 50 nautical miles to go. Yeah, I think we're in the 40s now. And then it's 26 nautical miles up to Spanish Fork, and then 5 nautical miles to Provo, and we'll be done. Yeah. What we may just do is try to follow this valley a little bit. Although I don't think that's going to be possible because there's other mountainous areas here. And I got to make sure we're high enough altitude so we don't have an accident. An accident with a patient on board, that wouldn't be good. Okay, well now we're starting to lose lose speed. Okay. I don't mind a little bit of more altitude, but I don't want it to. I don't want the airspeed to drop so that we're just like suddenly hovering over these mountains and we're not, you know, moving forward and getting our patients to the next level of care. I think that says. All right, 37 nautical miles. Okay. Oop. right, we're getting there. Boy, it is really windy through here. Whee! It's going to be like a roller coaster. Here we go. Down the hill. Whee! Pick up some speed here. We don't want to drop too much altitude because we don't really know. We've got some stuff up ahead of us. I think we got to cross over one more area there, and then we'll turn north. But I think we got one more. I think we just got to cross over that, and then we should be at our over that regional airport. Got any higher end patient? Maybe sure. Yeah, I know, huh? Yeah, you're right, Alec. Well, this one, I think it can be pressurized. This one can go up pretty high. But yeah, we don't want to go too high because that could impact the patient as well. We want to go as fast as possible within reason, of course. We don't want to burn out the engine, over torque it, whatever. I know the MEDEVAC birds that we interacted with when I was a medic, they all had more powerful engines that they could go quicker without causing too much, like overworking the engine. They were designed specifically for MEDEVAC birds. But those were kind of stripped down too. They had only the bare necessities, and that was it. So they could go a lot quicker too. But I would imagine flying through here, if this was all real world icy conditions, the ice would develop on the rotors very quickly. We probably would have had too much weight. We would have crashed after a while. So now they don't have like a heater on the rotors. So You're not really supposed to be flying at altitude, at too high of an altitude, because that ice could develop, kind of like ice on the wings, and then you're screwed. All right, so I think we're at we're under 20 nautical miles to that airport. So yeah, it should be just on the other side of this mountain range here. And then we'll make our way towards Provo. But hopefully everybody's enjoyed it today. Still learning, and that's okay. We're getting there. We're getting better. That's the key in any of this, of course, is to just slowly improve. It's not going to be something that's going to suddenly happen overnight, of course. But yeah, I think we're doing better. It is a challenge to keep track of the cyclic and the collective, those two working in conjunction together. Well, conjunction together, yeah. Working together for us to do everything. It is a learning process. But it's interesting, So that's what we like to do here. We like the challenge of trying something that we normally would not otherwise do, and do our best at it and keep improving, and then go from there. And we had more wind through here. Does not surprise me. All right, that's pretty much right on course with our line there. I know there's got to be a book or something I can read about helicopter flight, kind of put all the theories All right. Oh, come on. Really? Now you're going to start doing this to me. Okay, let's try it. Hopefully we won't. So we're almost at that turn. We could kind of cheat and cut the corner there. But we'll fly our route just to make sure we are where we think we are, even though our instruments tell us we are where we are. We know where we are. I just want to validate that this airport has a runway that runs north to south pretty much. We're coming in from the east heading west, so we should be able to see that runway running kind of north to south before we turn. It should be almost right in front of us. Oh, there it is, right there. I see it. Okay, we have it. Let's go ahead and turn. Yep, there's our waypoint there. Ooh, look at that. That's really beautiful. Got some nice mountains to our right. We're in a nice valley here. Hopefully we can watch. We're going to do this, and then it's going to tell us to go right back to the other one. All right, so we should be picking up, I would think we'd be close enough to pick up the VOR DME at Provo, but that it could be weather isn't giving us a good signal. That sort of thing. See, we're going to get bounced around at Salt Lake Center now. Oh, we just talked to Denver Center. Salt Lake Approach. All right, let's see if we can talk to Provo. There it is. All right. All right, we got our permission to land. Oh, you make left base runway. All right, there we go. So we've got Provo's VOR DME dialed in. We've got 21.4 nautical miles to get there. We're going to go ahead and still intercept Spanish Fork Airport, just kind of southeast of Provo. So we'll Once we land, we'll wrap things up. We're going to go ahead and let the ad play. I'm going to start to kind of drop altitude here and start kind of getting set up for landing. This will give us time to kind of get things okay, helicopter, calm down. So what we'll do is we'll kind of come around, we'll make a wide sweep around the airport. We're looking to land, like I said, at that intersection between the two runways. And then we should just be able to go right over into our taxiway. So Provo is just over, back that way just a little bit. The airport is kind of right up on the edge of a lake. It should be kind of like, I think it's like right up there. Nope, that's it, right? I see a runway, so that's it right there. Our runway is going to be like right over there. So that's what we're looking for. So we're going to drop altitude, start dropping some speed and all that. Our altimeter is going to stay constant at 29 or 1.14. So I think we're okay with that. We won't have to worry about a sudden shift in barometric pressure. All right, Spanish Fork should be coming up here. I see the turn coming up. This should be the airport, Spanish Fork Airport, coming up right around here, I do believe. Yep. No worries, Amela. We're almost ready to land here. 4,500. All right, perfect. Thank you. Oh, there's Spanish Fork right there. I thought it was over here. This is it right there. I could see the airport layout. Yep, I know what you meant. That's all right, Alec. I appreciate it. I knew what you meant. We'll go ahead and get the get that reopened up. Oop. All right, there's Spanish Fork. May not even. All right, so there's our runway right there. And there's that area that we're looking to land on right there. All right, perfect. It's doing its thing now. All right. Got to add so can't. Okay, yeah, it should be done in about less than a minute, Amela. That's all right. We'll circle around. We won't land just yet. We'll circle around here and. All right. So I kind of remember the layout where the. We'll go ahead and swing around to the left here and then come back around to the right. We'll hold up both runways. The heck with it. We'll take the fine later. All right, the ad break should be over. All right, so that's what we're looking for right there. If we have to kind of come around again, it's all right. Drop a little bit more altitude as we come around. We want to get our patient on the ground, but we're not going to rush it. All right. I'm going to try to do this nice and gentle. All right, we're kind of where we want to be. I just want to slowly bring this around, try to land on that where I was talking about. All right, here we go. All right, we are right where we want to be. The plan's going to come together right now. Oop, 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 oop. Oh, man. Everybody screamed. God. I thought it was, man, it was going so well, too. That's just malarkey. Let me get off there. Man, I thought that was going to be fantastic. It was going so well too. Dang it. Oh well. Negative 527, concerning. I thought it was much better than that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go right over that away. We're not going to... Oh, well, we got on the ground. That's all that matters. It was better than before. I fully believe that. It really was. But what can you do? I'm happy that we kind of got close to where we wanted to be for the landing. That's the key. I'll take that as a win. All right. Actually, looks like somebody's waiting for us right there. We'll go ahead and pull up there and then. So yeah, that was a win as far as that goes. We came around. We were very close to where we wanted to be, or if not right on it. So I'll take it. I'll take that victory. Oh, now it gives me now they clap because I had a very Now they give me a -1 for just that little bit of hovering. Man. Come on now. All right, let's get the door open. And our patients being, they have been given to the next level of care. The paramedics. Yes, Amela. I had, what did we have? We had that store-bought lasagna with sausage last night for dinner. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. I know it wasn't like the best landing rate, but I'm pretty happy with the flight overall. We did, I think, amazing. Yeah, it was I'll take that win. That was much better than I think before, even if our landing rate was not like you know, the best in the world. I'll take it. All right, let's get the fuel pump off. We'll turn the shutter or the starter off. We'll get the alternator off. Oh, and then you can throw on the rotor brake. But yeah, I'll take that flight. That was pretty darn good for all that. I'm pretty happy with it. Even if it wasn't the perfect landing that I was hoping it would be, because I thought we were kind of coming down at a reasonable, you know, thank you, Joseph. Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't perfect, but it was better, I feel, than last time. And, you know, I came up with a plan to come in and land here because I wanted to come right over here, in theory that there would be like an ambulance meeting us right here. We could offload the patient and then go. So yeah, but it worked out really well. I'm pretty happy with it. Even if the patient and the medic in the back screamed when we touched down, I didn't think it was that bad. The cool thing is, check this out. It has a it shows like the flight duration, 2 hours and 4 minutes, and so that gives you kind of a flight report. So this is my second flight with this, so it keeps track of how many flights you've done with this as well. So, but yeah, I do like it does have a lot more bells and whistles, I think, than the other helicopter. You know. So yeah, we'll fly this one for the time being, and all that, because you can change. They have click spots that you can put on the different. Yeah, like it's really, I really like this one. So if we do a medevac flight, we'll do it with this helicopter here, which is the H-125, I believe. So yeah. So yeah, it's kind of, they have a different livery of this, but yeah, pretty cool stuff. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. Oh, I got to turn off the. We'll hit our avionics master. There we go. An hour 56 in the air. See, it says 2:04, 2 minutes and 4 minutes, 2 hours, 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 hours and 4 minutes. But, yeah, we had a credit of an hour 56 in the air. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. So yeah, we'll be back next Saturday in the 737 Denver to Oakland. Should be a nice flight. And all that. So yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Joseph. You too. Don't get into any trouble with at the dodgy McDonald's. So anyway, thank you all for coming in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Do enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning, afternoon, evening. Oh yeah, thank you, Alec. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining along. It was nice to have you along. So yeah, so do enjoy the rest of your day. Early Sunday if it's already for you in that part of the world. I have been and always shall be your host and pilot, Uncle B. Until next time, peace, live long and prosper.